What's up everyone, JB the Bandhead here, and welcome to the 2025 Summer Band Season Analysis video. Now, this is going to be a little bit different, as I said, it's an analysis video where we're not reacting to anything. If you want to go watch my Meet the Georgia Mass Band reaction, I have a link in the description below, and it'll also be in the playlist as this is going to be in the 2025 Summer Band Season playlist. So yeah, this is going to be the analysis video. There I'm going to be analyzing the bands that are going to be active during the summer band season, and yeah, we got quite a lot of them this year. We got some newcomers as well, so I'm going to mention them. And also, after we name all the bands, we're going to look at some of the events that's going to happen, like that's going to happen soon, and also in the weeks coming ahead. So yeah, so that's basically the gist of this video, is really, because we're going to be talking about what bands are active and what events and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this. Now, the bands that are going to be active, we got there's over 20 all-star bands and mass bands, if you want to call them that, because some of these bands are called mass bands, some of these are called all-star bands. I pretty much every other bandhead like me already knows this, but for those of you who don't know, I'll explain it more in detail. But yeah, so the bands that's gonna be active, we got 337 All-Star Band, Alabama Mass Band, Austin All-Star Band, that's a newcomer. That's one of the newcomers. And then also we got Dallas Legion All-Star Band, Diamond State All-Star Band, which is also a newcomer. Georgia Mass Band, who we just reacted to in that Meet the Band performance. Golden Triangle All-Star Band. Houston United Mass Band, because it's been a minute since we've seen them in a while. But and also now we got Louisiana Leadership Institute All-Star Band, also known as LLI. Memphis Mass Band, also known as the real Memphis Mass Band. Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band, which is MOB, if I want to say it like that. Motor City Heat Marching Band. They're probably like an all-star marching band, but they're good heavy. I seen the video of them last year when they battled another band I'm gonna mention, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But and next on the list we have Nashville Mass Band. That's also another newcomer. And then we got New Orleans All-Star Band. We already know about them. North Carolina Mass Band. They've been in the game for pretty much enough time. Ohio Mass Band. Then we got Port City All-Star Band, Regulators All-Star Band. We already know about them. Renew Mass Band, Savannah River Mass Band, and Space City All-Star Band. So those are all the bands that'll be active. Now this list is subject to change, because we don't know if any of these bands are not going to be at some of the events that I'm going to mention. But yeah, so the newcomers that I mentioned include Austin All-Star Band, Diamond State All-Star Band. Who is next? Nashville Mass Band, Renew Mass Band, Savannah River Mass Band, and Space City All-Star Band. These I think it was like these 5 or maybe 6. I'm gonna have to look at it again, but yeah, I'm gonna put them on the screen so you can see it. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever heard of these bands, because I never heard of them in a long time before they were in existence, or they just started coming up with these bands. But yeah, we got them along with the heavy hitters we already know that's on this list. Yeah, it's gonna be some heat going on in the summer, man. But yeah, that's all the bands that I've seen in the that's on the list. That I know for sure is going to be active. Now let's move on to the events that they're going to be having. So the event. So here's how we're going to do the events. We're gonna just go by date, because some of these events are on certain weekends, and there's at least a good 2 of them that I know is going to happen this weekend. I'm gonna mention them in a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna over them by date, and then we're gonna just look at the event itself and just explain the matchups and who I'll give y'all my opinion who I think is gonna be the best band in that regard. Now, a little disclaimer here. For those events that have like at least five or more bands, we're gonna like at least like a good 3 or more bands or something like that. Well, not necessarily 3 or more. I think it's like 4 or more because some of these lineups have more than 3 bands. But yeah. So yeah. All right. So let's get on with this. So June 14th, which is basically this weekend, actually, we've got two of them, which is the Mid-South Massacre, also known as Bandemonium, and SmashTime Productions Summer Band Jam. Yeah, those are going to be 2 good ones that's going to happen this weekend. So June 4th. So the first one that's happening is the Mid-South Massacre Bandemonium. That's going to be Memphis Mass Band, also known as the real Memphis Mass Band, versus Nashville Mass Band. Now, both of these bands, being I know they're from Tennessee, this is basically going to be the Battle of Tennessee because I don't know, because originally the Mid-South Massacre was gonna have Diamond State in there, but they later changed it and now they put Nashville in there. Yeah, that should be a good battle. I don't know what Nashville sound like, but we're gonna see this weekend, and I'm gonna have my reaction to that as well. But my projected winner of this battle will be Memphis Mass Band, the real Memphis Mass Band, because yeah, we already know Memphis is gonna come with it, but Nashville. Now I hope Nashville give Memphis a challenge because I don't want Memphis to just blow Nashville out completely. Because I know Nashville's gonna be probably a good band. I don't think they're gonna match up to Memphis's height because we've seen what happened with them against New Orleans last year. But not Nashville, but Memphis. So. Yeah, that's what I got winning this battle, Memphis. But Nashville might surprise us. Who knows? But, yeah. Now, the second event that's happening this weekend is going to be SmashTime Productions Summer Band Jam. And this lineup has 4 bands in it. 337 All-Star Band, Port City All-Star Band, the Regulators All-Star Band, and Space City All-Star Band. Now, originally, this battle was going to be the Battle for Louisiana edition, but they later changed it and added Space City All-Star Band. I thought that because there was a post on SmashTime Productions Instagram page that asked what can we guess what band that was going to be added as a 4th band. Because originally it was going to be just 337 Port City and the Regulators, but Space City All-Star Band. I think I forgot the organization that is home to Space City All-Star Band, but yeah, Space City All-Star Band. That's like the third one of the. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th band that I've heard of that's from Texas because they are from Texas as well. Being that they're from Houston, Space City, that kind of remind me of like that kind of gives me like flashbacks of Space Center Houston and NASA in Houston, Texas, because that's what got me thinking, because their logo is basically the space, somebody in a spacesuit playing a trumpet or something. But yeah, that's pretty. I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's basically yeah, that's the lineup right there. 337, Port City, Regulators, and Space City. Now, if I had to choose a winner for this one, I say the Regulators. I think the top 3 will be the Regulators, Space City, and Port City. I don't know about, because let's be honest here. 337, I'm not saying y'all because remember last year y'all had the Summer Band Jam. Y'all didn't sound too great in that battle. Y'all did not sound too great in that, especially when it was against the Regulators in the stands. Well, I was supposed to react to that last year, but yeah, I've heard it. I've listened to it, and yeah, Regulators got y'all on that one. So maybe the same case this year. But and you also got Port City in there. So that's my top 3. Now the winner, I would say I would give the slight edge to the Regulators, because being that they from Louisiana and they from Baton Rouge as well, I know, and Port City is also from Shreveport, and 337 is from the 337 area, which is Lafayette, Lake Charles, that area of Louisiana. But yeah, I say the Regulators will be the best one in this. But Space City All-Star Band might surprise us. Like I said previously for the Mid-South Massacre, where Nashville might surprise us, Space City might be a good one. We'll see how they sound when we react to them. But yeah, so those are the events that's going to happen on June 14th. Now, June 21st. Now, there's 2 of them I know for sure that's going to happen, which is the Independent Showdown battle bands and the biggest battle in the South. Now, that one I can't wait to see. But yeah, there's a third one that's possibly happened, because which I'm gonna call it the Juneteenth battle bands. I don't know if they're gonna call it that, because according to a post by Tismac, the same organization that's over Revive the Culture, I've been following them for a while too. But yeah, they announced it on their Instagram page that it was gonna be Austin All-Star Band, which is obviously from Austin, Texas. That's another newcomer. Golden Triangle All-Star Band and LLI All-Star Band, Louisiana Leadership Institute. Those are going to be the 3 bands that's going to be in that battle of the bands. Now, I know they do have the Juneteenth parade 2 days before that. I don't know if they're going to have the battle of the bands on the 21st, but I'll learn more from it once the videos come out. If there's a battle band between these 3, but if there is, I would say the winner of that one's going to be LLI. I'm not saying Golden Triangle and Austin not going to put their best foot forward. I'm just saying LLI could kind of sound the best to me, in my opinion. So I think they're going to sound the best in that battle. But we'll see what Golden Triangle and Austin is going to put up on them. But yeah, because yeah, we'll see what they put out. But yeah, but that's what I got winning that battle. LLI, Louisiana Leadership Institute. Now, this is the next one I know for sure. This one has 9 bands, and some of the bands that's from the previous one from this weekend is going to be in that same event. So the lineup for the Independent Showdown battle bands is 337, Alabama, Diamond State, Houston United, Mississippi Alumni, New Orleans, Port City, Renew, and Savannah River. Now, all these bands, I know some of them are gonna put their the newcomers in this are Diamond State, Renew, and Savannah River. Now Diamond State All-Star Band, them along with North Carolina Mass Band, they both have their Meet the Band performances this weekend, and I think tomorrow might be the Meet the Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band performance as well. So this weekend they're gonna, along with the previous 2 that I have, the previous 2 events I said, Diamond State, Mississippi Alumni, and North Carolina Mass Band. All of those bands are gonna have their Meet the Band performances just this weekend, basically starting tomorrow. That they're gonna be in before the weekend, which is this weekend before they do the Independent Showdown battle of bands, and that's gonna be in Jackson, Mississippi, the same location at the HBCU Labor Day Classic that's happening this year. We'll do an announcement video on that later on when it comes close to the fall. But yeah, now more on the Independent Showdown battle of bands. Now, according to a post by, I think it was Band Life Productions. Let me see real quick. Band Life Productions. Yeah, I think here it is right here. So the line, so the battles that's gonna happen. So basically they're looking at a 4-way battle, a 3-way battle, and then the 2-way battle, which basically the versus type. But the 4-way battle I'm looking at is gonna be Renew Mass Band versus Diamond State All-Star Band versus Port City All-Star Band versus Savannah River Mass Band. The winner, I don't know who's gonna win that one, but because being I know that Port City's gonna be in there. I don't know who's gonna win that one, but if I had to choose, I say it's either gonna be between Diamond State or Savannah River. Now, I never heard these bands yet. I'ma see what's gonna happen when I react to some of these other videos once they release. But yeah, that one, that's gonna be a 4-way battle. We'll see who wins that battle. But yeah, that's gonna be a 4-way battle. Now the 3-way battle is gonna be between Houston United Mass Band, Alabama Mass Band, and 337 All-Star Band. Now, my projected winner for that one is gonna be either, if I had to choose, it would be between Houston United and Alabama Mass Band, because like I said, 337 isn't, because like I said from last year, they didn't sound too great in the battle they had against the Summer Band Jam, against the Regulators and the what was that battle called? Yeah, the Regulators and the Golden Triangle All-Star Band. But yeah, so that's the 3-way battle between them three. My personal opinion, if I chose who won, I would say Houston United. Now, Alabama Mass Band, they kind of do sound better than 337, because I've seen the videos from last year. Alabama Mass Band may have messed up a few times, but overall they do sound better than 337, at least in my opinion. I don't know about your opinion, but that's what I got. But yeah, that's that battle. And then the main event, which is basically the two of the biggest heavy hitters in this, is going to be Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band versus New Orleans All-Star Band. That one, it's going to be hard to choose, because it's hard to really choose a winner in this one. Nah, when the video comes out, the battle between this, they might say otherwise. But I'm going to have to say Mississippi Alumni get the slight edge in this one, because let's be honest, New Orleans All-Star Band, y'all sounded great last year, but I seen the video where y'all battle. I think it was Georgia Mass Band and the Mayhem and the Mecca, which I'm gonna mention that one. But when y'all battled Georgia last year and the Mayhem and the Mecca, some of y'all sections was messing up badly. I've seen KB's reaction to that, and he gave the dub to Georgia Mass Band, because I understand why, because they sounded better than. That's why, and that's another reason why I'm saying Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band is gonna get the slight edge in this. The video may say otherwise, but until that video comes out, that's just my opinion. But and also I have to mention Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band, Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band, y'all gonna be in the y'all was in the Mayhem and the Mecca last year as well. Y'all sounded pretty great, because y'all beat both the Regulators and Dallas Legion, which Dallas Legion is another one I'm gonna mention as well. But yeah, y'all had the slight edge in that battle. That's another reason why I'm giving y'all the slight edge over New Orleans, unless the video says otherwise. But until that video comes out, whoever records it, that's what I'm reacting to, or whoever I choose, because there's going to be more than one videographer that's going to do that. But like I said, that's my picks. Those are all my predicted winners for the Independent Showdown battle bands now, and also the lineup as well. But the other one that's going to happen is the biggest battle in the South. Now, I don't know. I don't know if that's the official name of it, but this battle is going to be in a neutral location in Hoover, Alabama. And it's going to be between two heavy hitters, one we just reacted to and one we just mentioned earlier. So this is going to be between Georgia Mass Band and Memphis Mass Band, also known as the real Memphis Mass Band. I don't know who. Nah. Like I said in my reaction video to the Meet the Georgia Mass Band, yeah, I know y'all did great in that Meet the Band performance, but y'all had some slight issues in there. That performance was almost perfect, but it was those slight issues that got y'all, that could have gave y'all a perfect performance if y'all would have executed them. If y'all would have executed those issues perfectly, then I would say I give y'all the slight dub in this. But the video may say otherwise. Like I said, the video may say otherwise, but I'm gonna give the slight edge to Memphis Mass Band. Not saying Georgia not gonna sound great, because I know that's gonna be a great battle. I'm just saying Memphis. Now the video may say otherwise. But yeah, because I remember y'all two battle each other 2 years ago, I believe. And I seen KB's reaction. He gave Memphis a slight edge over Georgia in that one. But I think that was like the week before Georgia battled New Orleans in that's later that same year. But yeah, Memphis, I give y'all a slight edge, but the video may say otherwise, because Georgia, I just hope Georgia put up a good fight against Memphis, because let's face it, Georgia is a heavy hitter. I think they are considered the top band from last year. So we got high expectations for you, Georgia. So if y'all don't correct those issues that y'all had from the Meet the Band performance, y'all gonna get Memphis gonna get the slight edge over y'all, and they gonna do something y'all if y'all don't correct those issues. But yeah, that's my predicted winner, Memphis Mass Band in that regard. Now, yeah, that's the June 21st events. Now, the June 28th, this is gonna round out the summer band season. Now, so there's 3 of them in total. So there's 3 of them. So Mayhem. So the first one is Mayhem in the Mecca, like I just said. So this lineup here is gonna be Alabama Mass Band, Dallas Legion All-Star Band, Houston United Mass Band, Memphis Mass Band, also known as the real Memphis Mass Band, New Orleans All-Star Band, and Regulators All-Star Band. Now, all these bands here, originally Alabama Mass Band wasn't gonna be in there, because I seen the post that I think it was New Orleans All-Star Band posted that it was gonna be Dallas, Houston, Memphis, New Orleans, and Regulators. Alabama was gonna be in there originally, but they decided to put them in there. That's what's gonna happen. Now, as far as the battle lineup, I'm not sure if they're gonna do 3-way battles or all 2-way battles, because it's a total of 6 bands first of all. So they could do either 2 3-way battles or 3 2-way battles. It could go either way, but I'm gonna give you my predictions for that. So if they do it in the 3-way battles, I say the first battle will be between Alabama Mass Band, the Regulators, and Dallas Legion All-Star Band, because that's just my opinion. And the winner I would give for that is the battle will really be between Dallas Legion and Alabama. Now the Regulators, y'all was the best sign in the Summer Band Jam last year, but y'all kind of messed up in the Mayhem and the Mecca last year. We'll see how y'all doing in this year. Now, yeah, that would be the first 3-way battle. The second 3-way battle would be New Orleans, Memphis, and Houston United. Now, yeah, so that would be the second 3-way battle. Now, this battle here, this one would be a great one if it was a second one, because that's just my prediction. I don't know how they're gonna do it in this year, but that's how they're doing it in the 3-way battle. I say the winner for that one, I would say Memphis probably, because I don't know if Houston United got what it. I don't know if Houston United is gonna really give Memphis a challenge. Now, they could, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, those are my predictions for if they do a 2-3-way battles. Now, if they do the 2-way battles, the first one would be between the Regulators versus Dallas Legion. Yeah, because Regulators versus Dallas Legion. Now, these are just my predictions. I don't know how they're gonna do it, like I said, but Regulators versus Dallas Legion, and I would give Dallas Legion the dub in that one, because remember last year Dallas Legion and the Regulators battled Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band, and both of them got outdone by Mississippi Alumni, but this year I would have to give a slight edge to Dallas Legion if that would be an option. Dallas Legion All-Star Band get a slight edge over the Regulators. Now, the second 2-way battle would be between Alabama Mass Band and Houston United Mass Band. Now, the fact that Houston United is also a heavy hitter, I would say Houston would outdo Alabama in this case. Now, because like I said, I don't know how they're gonna do it. But that's a possibility. Or they might just do a 4-way battle. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna mention that possibility as well. But yeah. So yeah, that's why I would give the slight edge if they do that 2-way battle. I give Houston the dub in that one, but I'm not too sure, because like I said, the video may say otherwise if that comes out on that top. But and then the last one would be New Orleans versus Memphis, obviously, because we know how this battle goes down when New Orleans and Memphis battle each other, because both of them are really just big heavy hitters in the game. But when it comes to these two, because going by from last year, I agree with some of these other people that reacted to that battle in the Mid-South Massacre. Who was it? Oh yeah, Mid-South Massacre. I seen that they gave Memphis this battle, and that's probably might be the same case this time. Now, yeah, because the stand battle is gonna be different. It's just bands randomly playing, cutting through everybody, but I don't know. But yeah, that's why I would give the Memphis and New Orleans. I say Memphis get the slight dub in that one. Now, if they do a 4-way battle, I mentioned these 4 right here: Alabama Mass Band, Dallas Legion All-Star Band, Houston United Mass Band, and the Regulators All-Star Band. That would be the 4-way battle right there. And then the same deal with Memphis and New Orleans. They would just battle together, because they're probably, because to be honest, I think New Orleans and Memphis are gonna be the 2 biggest bands there. Now for Dallas, so for that, if they do that 4-way battle, like I said, I say the projected winner would be between either Dallas or Houston, because like I said, Dallas and Houston probably gonna be the best 2 aside from Memphis and New Orleans. Yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, because like I said, the videos haven't released yet because those videos haven't happened yet. But these are just my predictions. I'm just analyzing them. So now, another one that's gonna happen is the Battle for the Culture 6. Now, we have like 5 Battle for the Culture battle bands before. I'm gonna have to do some classic summer band reactions to those, because most of them have included like Georgia Mass Band, obviously. But yeah, Battle for the Culture 6. This one is gonna be a good one. This one is gonna be between Georgia Mass Band and Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band. Now, going back to what I said to them against Memphis, like I said, if they don't correct their issues from the Meet the Band performance, Mississippi Alumni, I give Mississippi Alumni the slight edge in this one. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying Georgia Mass Band ain't gonna put up a good fight, because they are a heavy hitter, and people got high expectations for them, and they gonna put up a good fight in some of these battles. But if I had to pick, I would say Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band, because if they don't correct their issues. Now, I did see, I think it was a video I think it was from A1 Media, when I think he put Georgia versus Mississippi at the Mayhem in the Mecca. I'm gonna have to see that one again, but I don't know who did, but I'm pretty sure it was A1 Media. But yeah, that's gonna be a good one, but I'll give Mississippi Alumni All-Star Band a slight edge, but the video may say otherwise. We'll see. We will see. But that one's going to be in Georgia. It's not going to be in Alabama, but it's going to take place at a high school that I previously reacted to before. So, yeah, that's that one. And the last battle we got that's going to round out the summer band season possibly is the Carolina Crankfest. This one's going to be a good one. This one has 4 bands in it. So it's got Motor City Heat Marching Band, which is his all-star marching band from Detroit, I believe. Nashville Mass Band, Nashville Mass Band, North Carolina Mass Band, and Ohio Mass Band. Now, Nashville, I know they're coming into this battle. I know they're going to be coming off maybe a slight L to Memphis, because that might just be a warm-up battle, who knows, but yeah, we'll see about it. But the top 3 I would say they put in this battle, I would say the top 3 would be Nashville, North Carolina, and Ohio. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did see the battle where Motor City Heat and Ohio battled each other. But yeah, if I had to give the slight edge from that battle, I say Ohio Mass Band won that one, and that's why I give Ohio a top 3 with the other 2 over Motor City Heat. Now, I'm not saying Motor City ain't a good band, because I know there were some people from that area that went to when I was at Southern that was in that, but that was in a band like that, and they're from Detroit, Michigan. I know they got some show bands out there too, which is a result of this. But that right there, I just hope that's a good battle. Now, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but we'll see about it. But yeah, that's basically. But all in all, that's. But on one more thing, if I had to give like the slight edge in this, it would be between because like I say Nashville, North Carolina, Ohio might be the top 3 in my opinion for now. But if I had to give the slight edge, I would say the slight dub, I would say between North Carolina and Ohio at a tie. At least in my opinion, at a tie, because we all know Ohio sound good, and North Carolina from last year, they sounded good as well. Because I did see the battle with they had against Alabama and LLI at the Independent Showdown last year. And Ohio, like I said, I seen Motor City Heat battle them, and Ohio, to me, they got the dub over Motor City, because at least they sounded better than Motor City Heat in my opinion. But yeah, but that's pretty much it for the analysis of the Summer Band 2025 season. Now, these are all just my opinions, but I'm gonna put the bands all up on the screen so y'all know which ones are active. Like I said, they've got like at least 5 or 6 newcomers. We'll see how well they do throughout the season, and we'll see how they do against some of these other heavy hitters like Memphis, New Orleans, and Georgia. But yeah, but that's basically pretty much it for the analysis video. Like I said, these are all just my opinions. Y'all can go ahead and comment who y'all think is gonna win each battle. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And I will see you all in my next reaction.